What's up, everybody? Trayvon here with Scent Talk TV, and today I will be doing a full review on the fragrance from the house of Collage. If that's how you pronounce it, you know what I mean? If that's how you pronounce it, cool. But anyway, from the house of Collage, I have never bought a fragrance from this particular house at all. This is my first fragrance, and also this particular fragrance has gotten a lot of hype on the internet, and it is very reminiscent to a popular fragrance that everybody enjoy and loves. Well, not everybody, but if it's everybody, some people that enjoy and loves. If you enjoy and love it, well, which I'm going to present it to you in a minute. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. Let's just jump into it. And that fragrance from the house of Collage, this is Shiyaaka Shadow Special Edition. And if I failed to mention, I got this fragrance at my local Burlington for the dolo price of, wait a minute, the price tag is somewhere on the floor. $35 and some change. All right, now back to the box. Here is the box. Got the name of the house at the bottom, actually. The name of the fragrance and stuff right there on the front. Special edition at the top. Name of the house right there at the top of the box. Is that upside down? No, it isn't. Cool. 100 milliliter size bottle. EDP concentration. Got some information like and all that good stuff right there. QR code, barcode, and all that good stuff right there. Got some information on the back. Name of the house at the bottom of the back. On the side here, you got this holographic sticker of the logo and the name of the fragrance as well as a QR code as well. Nothing on the other side, and that's it for the box. That felt kind of good. I might do that again in the other videos too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the bottle. You know, name of the house at the bottom, just like the box, you know, you dig it. Name of the fragrance and stuff like that right there. Nothing at the top of the cap. You take the cap off. There's nothing on the inside of the cap. And is it a snug fit? Yeah, it's a snug fit with the cap. And down here, you got the concentration as well as the size of the fragrance. Nothing on the back. And also this cap swivels, so I really don't like that, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? At least it stays on. That's good enough for me, but that's it for the presentation of the bottle. Silly me, the sprayer. Ooh, it's a cloud of fragrance just in my face, and it's strong, very, very strong. This fragrance is very, very strong once you first apply this on your skin. In the opening is just very, very spicy and musky, animalic type of a muskiness. Not that type of animalic muskiness that is going to throw this fragrance completely off and go into left field somewhere to where you won't be able to find a situation to wear it. But it is very masculine in the opening. It's masculine as well as playful and crowd pleasing at the same time, due to the fact that this is reminiscent to Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt. It smells like that, but at the same time it is overshadowed with a whole bunch of masculine muskiness, and that familiarity that you get out of Bad Boy is like sitting underneath that, but you really don't get that much of the muskiness for so long. As it dries down on your skin, that's when the familiarity to Bad Boy starts to creep up a little bit more, and it starts to tame down a lot when it comes to that muskiness. All right, let's jump into this note breakdown. In the top, you got some grapefruit, pink pepper, and lavender. Yes, it does give like that bitter, juicy grapefruitiness, and with that grapefruit, it's bitter, it's very, very juicy and bright when it comes to that grapefruit. You know, it does this thing in when it comes to the fruitiness with that grapefruit. The pink pepper gives like that rosy type of a nuance that's fresh spicy. The spiciness is really within that pink pepper. In the first opening of this fragrance, you just get that fresh spicy, you know, somewhat rosy nuance from the pink pepper. The lavender is like a green spiciness as well, that's kind of powdery. So this does gives off an accord of powderiness when it comes to that lavender, which makes this fragrance even more aggressive, which I promise you, you will have a pleasant time with this fragrance when you don't spray a lot. Me being an oversprayer, I had a hard time this fragrance coming down on my skin because I oversprayed. I highly suggest that you do not spray heavily with this, just for the simple fact of the opening alone. It is aggressive. But anyway, the mid notes, you get some cashmere wood, amber, and some cedar wood. Now, you get some soft woodiness, soft woody spice when it comes to that cedar wood. When it comes to that cedar wood as well as that cashmere wood, you also get like this masculine woodiness as well, blending together, making it a little bit more warm. When that amber wood starts to kick in, you get this warm, fresh, spicy, and woodsy spice and warmth as you touch bases in the mid notes. Until you hit the base notes, you get that patchouli, moss, and musk. You get a lot more musk. It's musk like all throughout this fragrance. A fresh, spicy musk. If you're not a fan of masculine, fresh, spicy musk, this one is not going to be for you, because to me on my skin, it took a long time for it to calm down on my skin to get to the familiarity to Bad Boy. But the patchouli gives off a sweet green, dense type of a forest-like bitter inkiness, especially when it comes to that moss. Dry and dusty when it comes to that musk on top of that cashmere wood, cedar wood, as well as that lavender. Fresh, spicy, musky, just beastly in those accords, just through and through throughout the longevity of this fragrance. Man, overall, actually, let me pause. This has the same notes, not the same notes, but it shares some of the notes. Pink pepper, lavender, and I want to say cedarwood when it comes to like the familiarities too. Let me grab it. Bad Boy. These two share the same three notes of that lavender, pink pepper, and that cedarwood. So that's where the familiarity comes from when it comes to this one. These two, you know, they smell the same, if not better, when it comes to this one. This one, a lot of people hype the crap out of it and saying that, oh, some people say it smells better than this. I disagree. This is like, I want to say 70 to 75% close to this one. So if you're getting an exact clone, no, you are not. At least in my opinion, no. Let me wipe the fingerprints off on this. Sorry. This one right here is way more chill, smooth, and wearable than this one. You just got to let this calm down a lot when it comes to that fresh spiciness and the opening. You know, to me, if I want to compare the two from which one you should get, I would say get this one. If you don't have enough money for this one, save and get money for this one. But if you can't wait and you just want like a dupe of this one, and this one fits your budget more better, I would say get this one. But chill on those sprays. Make sure you do that for yourself and everybody around you. Chill on those sprays. All right, so when it comes to the performance was astronomical. It was beastly. Buy me over spraying, of course, which I highly encourage you for the last time. Do not overspray with this one. But I'm digressing. When it comes to the projection, beastly within like, you know, an hour to an hour and a half, close to 2 hours, set close to the skin. After that, didn't become a skin sit until like after the 5th hour mark. Total longevity is 8+ hours with this bad boy that is astronomically, hellaciously loud in the opening when it comes to that fresh spiciness. It's just woo, like a nuke on my skin, at least. In my experience, the opening is aggressive, too aggressive for my liking. So once again, chill on those sprays. When it comes to the age group that men can wear this, I will say this is sweet and playful and reminiscent to the to Bad Boy Cobalt once it dries down. I say this is a good, it doesn't have too much masculinity or maturity for like, you know, just for the middle age on up. So I think this will be a good all age type of a fragrance. But the muskiness is what makes it a little bit more of a, you know, mature type of a scent in the opening at least, but it tones down into something reminiscent to Bad Boy, and you know, it chills out and mellow itself out, and that familiarity to Bad Boy creeps up and shows itself. But I'm talking too much. All ages can wear this one. When it comes to compliments though, I did receive one compliment when I was at work. One of my customers said that I smelled good because the sillage, the fragrance was blowing towards her way, and she just wanted to let me know that I smelled good. And I said, thank you, of course. So this will garner you some compliments because it does have a compliment factor of accords that circulates greatly throughout this fragrance when it calms down, at least. But the compliment factor is there if that's what you're wondering. Okay, when it comes to my final thoughts on this, Shiyaaka Shadow Special Edition. My final thoughts is, if you can afford the original, go with the original. But if you want a budget-friendly version of this one, I would say go of the Bad Boy Cobalt. I would say go with this one. It's not gonna break the bank. It's inexpensive, and it will get the job done a little bit better in the performance, at least on my scan, versus Bad Boy Cobalt. But if you can get past that aggressive opening with all that fresh spicy and musk, this will be a good one and suitable for you. At my local Burlington, I forgot to tell you guys where I got this. At Burlington for $35 and some change, if I didn't mention that already. I think I did, but anyway, I digress. If you want this, pick it up at Burlington's, and it's a nice one. Trust me. It's Burlington, not Burlington's. Excuse me. So that's all that I have for Scent Talk TV, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, you know what to do. You gotta like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you do not miss a thing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there and be blessed and have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.